Hi, I'm Jansen Tukumpo, and you're watching NBA 2K TV.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Los Angeles Lakers.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The other forward position, standing 6'.
Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup, live here in Houston. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. You take a look at Los Angeles. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this, to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
The team only had itself on its bandwagon early, but here they are taking care of business because they had the confidence to know they could get it done.
So the Lakers win the tip. Well, for those teams already expected Clark to go deep into the playoffs around this time of year, how easy do you think it is to just go through the motions and maybe not tighten the screws as much as you should?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I never had the experience of being a player on a playoff team, but I did broadcast a number of the outstanding Pacers teams, and it is tough in the long haul of the season for teams that are fighting for potential championships to stay engaged fully during the regular season. There is a period, and I think most really good teams will admit it, that they aren't as focused because they're excited for the playoffs to start, and they just have to work themselves through those dog days of the regular season.
And now the Lakers starting group. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. AI is out there with ball, and it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Up top, Kuzma. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. LeBron, no luck.
Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big time work. Really distracting him, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
Now here's Anthony. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's AI. LeBron passes to Kuzma, and he gets the bucket.
And that's what you like to see from James, involving his teammates, a terrific passer who enjoys setting the table.
Anthony sets the pick for Paul. Pass to Carmelo. Shoots over Ball, and Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Paul. Anthony's got his on 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Back to James. McGee a screen. Ball with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Ball against Capella. Ball with the bucket.
And, you know, even when Ball is amongst the trees, Kevin, he still finds a way to get the job done. Really good at cashing in near the rack.
Capella kicks to Harden. There's a screen by Chris. Harden the pass to Chris. Rebound the Lakers. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
A really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from their bench, Greg, and I think that really was the crucial difference.
Here is Harden following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Really left alone that time.
Harden is known for his creativity. Can't lose him in the screen and roll, or he'll take you to school.
Ball kicks to AI. 13 feet away. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Rockets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. On baseline, Jay. Paul with the buckets.
Tell you what, that mid-range game from Chris Paul, he's really an assassin from there. You can see less and less of that shot in this day and age, but CP's got the green light to shoot it.
Now, here's Ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. AI dishes to McGee. Here's AI. No good on that one. And the Rockets take it the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And how about the defensive adjustments in that one? Their communication was brilliant all night.
Yeah, I agree. And communication is effort, and effort is communication. Very talkative out there, yelling out screens, giving each other help. Boy, that was a terrific all-around effort.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Mike D'Antoni. David, what do you have to say?
That's right, Kevin. Now you see where the game changes from where it used to be. He said tonight they've got to get back, and if that means giving up offensive rebounds, so be it. He thinks good transition defense is the biggest difference in their chance at winning. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Harden with it, working on AI. Count that one. Harden's got his second basket.
So fun watching Harden operate inside near the rim. I mean, his confidence level is high, and he does a really good job getting ideal position.
And it's McGee atop the key. McGee is screen on Paul. 6 to shoot, and a wide open look for AI. And again, no good by the Lakers. Rockets leading by 4. The wide open look here for Anthony. Sinks the three-pointer. Anthony's got 7 points in the game.
You know, this is why they trust Paul to run the offense. I mean, he's so good at getting the ball to guys on time and on target.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Carmelo Anthony, one of the most formidable scorers ever. Top 20 in points all time in NBA history.
And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. The Lakers, number 1.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
And when you think about Melo's scoring back to the basket, facing up, so versatile as a scorer.
A combination of strength, quickness, and touch that you rarely see. He can go around you, through you, or shoot it right over you.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Ball against Paul. Pass to Chris. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Feeds it to James. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. The Rockets again can't hit. Lakers trail by 3. Deflects the pass and stolen by Chris. And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Paul, 11 feet out, and he hits it. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's James. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Rockets leading by 3. Harden the pass to Capella. Anthony against LeBron. Back to Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. There's a screen by Chris. Off the screen, Anthony. And it's Houston with another.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Ball kicks to AI. Passes it to McGee. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. James, no good. Rockets have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Ball against Paul. Capella with a screen on Ball. Now the pass to Chris. They set the screen. Capella kicks to Anthony. And it's off from 3-point range.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Yeah, what you like about Paul and
the Lakers have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. Free throw good, Kuzma. Clark, if you need to win a game 7, and you can't have KD or LeBron, but you can have any other one player in the league, who would you pick?
Wow, if you can't have either one of those guys.
How do you like that question?
There's a great list. Harden, Curry, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard when healthy. And I think you'd have to throw Russell Westbrook in there, too, for a one-game situation where he could just go with the abandon he goes with. But I think I'm going to hang my hat with Kyrie Irving since he was part of bringing the championship to the Cavs a couple of years ago, my hometown.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. All out there with AI. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3 slot. Here's Ball after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Pass to Caldwell Pope. AI outside. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Over Anthony. And too long on the shot. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 17-7 run. Harden, no good. Lakers trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Kuzma not only has great skill, but his balance is so good. Even when he gets bumped around, he still finds a way to score.
Lakers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second, a nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you. And, you know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
Got a hand on it. Outside Anthony, inside, and the jam by Harden.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
The lead pushed to double digits. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
Love the speed with which Harden gets his shot off, timing his release beautifully off the pass. Nice stuff.
McGee in the high post. Back to Caldwell Pope. Ball against Paul. Here's McGee. And that one drops for him.
much love goes his way. I mean, he refused to give up on the glass. Nice to see him rewarded because of his hustle.
Paul passes to Anthony. On the wing, Harden lets it go. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
Timeout called the Lakers.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
A moment now to see the numbers for Kyle Kuzma. He's been more than solid over the last month. 3rd in field goal percentage, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around. You know, James Harden, the leading isolation scorer in the league for the last 3 years.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. AI is checked in for Harris. Harden outside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Marquise Chris is out there with Anthony, and it's Capella in at center. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
Yep, it counts. Chris has got 4 this quarter.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And, you know, Greg, it's hard to ask for much more than that because they're getting to their spots and they're knocking down the shots.
McGee a screen. Ball no good.
And, you know, they don't have it right now. I mean, missing their first 3 shots so far this half, slow start.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Thunder was definitely a factor. He ended up with 10 points and also added 5 rebounds to round out his scoring figures. He did just about everything in that game, putting his full arsenal on display. So we'll see if he can put together that same kind of all-around effort tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a terrific game for him. They'll be looking for more of the same tonight.
And I'd be surprised if he doesn't give it to them. He's in a very good frame of mind right now.
Yeah, you know what? His attitude, his confidence, everything is posted up on positive. And he'll be looking to build on the work he did the last time out for sure.
And the first one drops.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
And both free throws good for Anthony. Lakers trail by 16. Pass the ball. AI sets a screen for Ball. Kicks it out to LeBron. AI outside. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Kuzma. Over Chris. And the Lakers with another miss.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
And stolen by James. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. AI sets a screen for James. Uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got 8.
There you go. I mean, this is the time to get aggressive. I mean, they need to keep feeding him the basketball.
Capella kicks to Anthony. Back to Capella. Kicks it out to Harden. Off target from three-point range.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Thursday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And that matchup against the Sixers, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Here's Anthony. Great D that time from LeBron.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And McGee kicks the ball. There's the pass to Kuzma. James outside. Here's AI. He can't get that one. Harden with the defensive effort. And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and three-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor, and defensively they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
AI in the post, guarded by Harden. McGee up top. Ball against Paul. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from LeBron.
Man, it's so good to see LeBron James rise up with confidence from deep. That's a part of his game that he continues to improve on, and it's actually become quite efficient.
Chris kicks to Anthony. Over LeBron. True on the 14-footer. 16 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line, a big factor in the outcome.
Ditto that. When you give up this many points at the line, makes it a lot easier for the opposition.
Lakers trail by 12. James left side. Yep, that one goes in there.
Could easily have been an and one there. James converting through the contact.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Rockets.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Stolen by Harden. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Tries from 10. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from LeBron.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Anthony sets the pick for Harden. Kicks it to Carmelo. And Anthony gets double teamed. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Anthony. And that's 23 points for James Harden.
Boy, it's amazing to me how easy Harden makes it look. I mean, when he's locked in, he feels like there's nobody that can guard him, and he's right most of the time.
And AI throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
Here's Kuzma. Again, the Lakers.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Anthony. No good on that one. Good D by LeBron. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-6 run. Ball, no good.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Rockets, Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. P.J. Tucker comes in for Marquise Chris. And it's Gerald Green in for Anthony. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. And Kuzma slams it in.
You got to keep Kuzma in front of you, especially in transition. Once he gets behind you, it's done.
Here's Paul. 8 points for him. And the length and wingspan of Brandon Ingram gives him, Clark, so many advantages on the court.
Yeah, it's actually what GMs and coaches like to see. His reach and size comparable to guys like KD and Giannis. Bothers shots on defense, and he can actually get his shot whenever he wants to. Because of his length, his upside as a player on both ends, I think, is what's exciting for the Lakers.
Just 5 to shoot. Ball. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Kevin, the thing I like most about Ball is his awareness, his self-assuredness, understanding and feel. I mean, when he gets a pick, he's super dangerous.
Green with the ball. Out guarded by Ingram. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. AI is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's McGee in at the center position.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
AI outside. James in the post. Anthony on him. AI with the bucket.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Harden the pass to Capella. And now here's Chris. Guarded by McGee. Chris kicks to Paul. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Pass the ball. It's AI, top of the key. Kicks it out to James. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Now, this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Here's Chris. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's AI. It's tipped. Harden outside. And the layup is good. Harden's got 10 points in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And it's Ball in the corner. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 9 points for Lonzo Ball.
You know, Ball, despite the quirkiness of the shot, he does have a quick release, so you got to know he's a threat to score whenever he has it in his hand.
Kicks it out to Harden. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Harden's got 38 points. To the paint. It's stolen by Capella. LeBron against Anthony. And stolen by Kuzma. And here we go. LeBron heading to the...
I love that. Yes, indeedy. Well, you've got to be attentive around Kuzma. You can't be casual. He's excellent at gambling appropriately and coming away with steals.
Here's Harden to the inside. Stolen by McGee. Shoots. And it falls over the rim and in. Now just a three-point Rocket lead.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Anthony against James. Stolen by McGee. Throws up, and LeBron throws it down hard.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He told his team to keep looking for those perimeter shots. He said their defense is not respecting us, so let's keep shooting until they come out on us, guys.
Thanks, David. He kicks it to Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. Screen by Capella. Down low, Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 10 assists here tonight. So active.
You know, this quarter has been all him, all about him. They're getting it to him in his spots, and he's taking over.
Ball against Paul. It's stolen by Capella. Paul outside. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Kuzma. LeBron dishes the ball. That's good. He's 5 for 9. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Lakers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
Harden the pass to Chris. Screen by Capella. 5 on the clock. This is to Carmelo. Harden outside. Launches a 3. And another 3 for Houston.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
LeBron outside. McGee with it. Back to James. To the middle. Looking for McGee. Gets it there. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And so here is Houston. Chris kicks to Paul. Capella with a screen on Ball. Here's Paul. Again, the Rockets score.
Tell you what, it's pretty obvious why CP3 is the man they rely on in these big moments. I mean, he's courageous, fearless, and productive.
Here's Ball. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Oh, I love that about Lonzo Ball. When it's a big possession, he demands and commands the ball.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, just hitting a reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
And the Rockets making a change here. Green's checked in. The Rockets trail. Paul kicks to Anthony. And the rejection by James. AI dishes to McGee. Pass the ball. Kicks it out to James. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
The Rocket shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Passes to Paul. Stolen by Ball. Now the Lakers on the break over Anthony. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Ball. Ball's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Green. 1:30 left in the 4th. Ball outside. Back to Green. Ball against Paul. Shoots over Ball. Another miss by Houston. Lakers leading by 3. LeBron outside. And there's the pass to Ball. LeBron kicks to McGee. And that one drops for him. And the Lakers lead by 5.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Ball passes to Chris. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 19-7 run. And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
And really no better leader in the NBA than LeBron. The closest thing to a player coach we've had in a long time. Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 7. 29 seconds left to play here in the 4th. .29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Green slams it in.
And you gotta love how Paul sees the whole court so well. Maybe the best quality for a point guard to have.
Huge shot there, and the crowd knows it.
You gotta love hearing a crowd get this fired up.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're leading by 3. There's 25 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And clearly they're in the driver's seat here, but they still have to get a stop. The main thing is they can't allow that open, quick look from beyond the arc. Now you need every basket you can get.
Greg, I think they're still alive here, but they better execute every trip down the floor from here on out.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you know, with Paul, his competitive drive really exceptional. He wants to be one of the all-time greats, and he's got a great winning mindset.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations. Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Now Anthony to tie it up. No good. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Well, no doubt this team is a force in this conference. So what's the outlook for the rest of the season?
You know, I think you know the answer to that, DA. We got our sights set on that title. Regular season success is great, but we want to set up for a deep run in the playoffs. And at this point, I think we're looking pretty strong.
No doubt you are. Looking very good for the playoffs to come. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.